I grew up in a household where every month brought a battle not out on the streets, but inside our own home. The real fight was the fear of bills, the weight of rent, the unspoken anxiety in my parents' eyes every time the word mortgage came up. That stress shaped me. It wasn't the work that broke us, it was the financial pressure that sucked the life out of everything. That's why I've always had this one dream: to lift the people I love out of that chaos, to take them somewhere peaceful, to give them the kind of life they never dared to imagine. I didn't just wish for it, I visualized it. I could see the day I'd walk in and say, "You don't have to worry anymore, it's all taken care of." Just imagining it would fill my body with fire. That vision fueled me on the darkest days. No one had to teach me about the law of attraction. I lived it. I used my imagination, like a child pretending to be a superhero. While others were crushed by reality, I trained my mind to live in the future I wanted. I saw myself in that new car. I saw myself handing over the keys to a house I bought for my parents. I saw the tears in their eyes, the pride, the freedom. I didn't hope it was more than belief, it was knowing. Time just hadn't caught up with my certainty yet. I never needed anyone to tell me I was talented. I just needed one shot. Give me the stage, give me the ring, give me the chance, and I'll show the world what I've already seen 1,000 times in my mind. Everything started with pain, but pain was the gift. That pressure turned me into a diamond. That childhood stress became my mission to rise and then lift others with me. What's your version of this dream? Drop it in the comments. I want to read. What fuels your fire? People talk about passion, but passion is just the beginning. What it really takes to change your life is obsession. The kind of obsession that keeps you awake at night, that whispers in your ear when the world is silent, that drowns out every distraction around you. I wasn't interested in being good. I wanted to be the best, and not for the sake of applause. I wanted to be the one who couldn't be ignored, the one who, when they walk in the room, silence follows. That level of hunger doesn't come from talent. It comes from years of being overlooked, underestimated, and under pressure. While others were watching the game, I was mapping out my next move. While others debated the news, I was drilling sequences in my head. My mind was not here. It was always locked into the mission. When they laughed, I listened. When they partied, I trained. When they slept, I studied. You have to be slightly insane to become great. Not reckless, not irrational, but deeply, wildly obsessed. The kind of obsession where you don't care if people think you've changed because you have. You're not supposed to stay the same. It's funny, the world will mock your focus until they see the results. And when the results come, they'll ask how you did it. They'll want your secret. But here's the truth, there's no secret. There's just sacrifice, relentless repetition, brutal self-honesty. People want freedom, but they avoid discipline, the very thing that creates it. They want results, but reject the process. But me, I crave the process. I live for the reps, the drills, the grind. Because I know one thing for sure, you don't rise to the level of your dreams, you fall to the level of your training, and I train. Like my life depends on it because it does. How obsessed are you really? Be honest. Drop it in the comments if you know what it means to go all in. I've always believed one thing. I only need one shot. Just one. Put me in the arena. Let the lights hit my face. Let the world watch, and I will make it count. You don't need 100 chances, you need one, and you need to be ready when it comes. I prepared for that one shot like it was life or death, because in a way, it was life or existence. It was victory or invisibility. I was not born into privilege. I had no safety net. So failure wasn't just a possibility. It was a constant shadow. But that shadow only made me train harder. There came a moment when it all aligned. The grind, the vision, the obsession, and the opportunity. And when that door cracked open, I kicked it off the hinges. I didn't tiptoe through it. I stormed in like I belonged there because I had already lived it in my mind 1,000 times before. That's what people don't see. They see the result and call it luck. They see the highlight and forget the years of darkness. But you know what? That's fine. Let them think it was easy. Let them underestimate. It only makes the win more satisfying. And when the dream stood right in front of me, not as a fantasy, but as a reality, I didn't freeze. I walked straight into it with blood in my teeth and fire in my chest because I had earned it, every drop of it. Now I live the life I used to imagine in silence. I give back to those who gave to me. I create peace where there was once pain, and still I train, still I hustle, because I know this truth. The moment you sleep on a win, you'll wake up with a loss. So I keep moving. I stay sharp, because success is rented, and the rent is due every damn day. Tell me this, if your one shot came tomorrow, would you be ready? Would you even recognize it? Let me know in the comments. Because some people dream and some people prepare. Here's the truth. No one likes to admit. You don't get what you want in life. You get what you're willing to bleed for. Everyone wants success. Everyone wants freedom. But how many are willing to pay the full price every damn day? Dreams are expensive. They cost more than money. They cost time, energy, relationships, comfort, pride, even sleep, and the world doesn't care how badly you want it. It only responds to one thing: relentless execution. I've seen people with more talent than me quit. I've seen smarter people fail. Why? Because they didn't stay long enough in the fire. They got burned and ran. I stayed and learned. That's the difference. The pain wasn't punishment, it was preparation. Success didn't arrive on a silver platter. It came in silence, in lonely mornings, in skipped parties, in sacrificed weekends, in choosing the gym over the bar, in counting macros while others counted likes. And now that I've crossed over, now that I live what I once only visualized, I don't relax. I double down. Because I know this life will test your hunger after your first win. It wants to know if you were just lucky or if you were built for greatness. So ask yourself honestly, what are you willing to give up? What excuses are you still clinging to? What pain are you willing to endure without applause? You want freedom. You want respect. You want to be remembered. Then earn it every single day. The clock is ticking. No one is coming to save you. No miracle, no lottery ticket, just you. Your work, your obsession. That's the real formula. So get up, train harder, speak louder, focus deeper. Sell with fire, love with purpose, and live like your time is running out, because it is. At first, it was about me, about getting out, about escaping the pain, proving the doubters wrong, and making my mark. But something shifts when you reach the top of the mountain. You realize the climb wasn't just for you. All that work, all that sweat, all those silent nights, they weren't just to put food on your table. They were to inspire others to rise too. Because what's the point of winning if you're the only one who eats? What's the point of climbing if you never reach a hand back? Real fulfillment doesn't come from having more. It comes from giving more. And I'm not talking about charity. I'm talking about purposeful impact, giving knowledge, giving tools, giving someone else the belief that they're capable too. You want to feel alive. Stop chasing applause. Start creating transformation in your team, in your family, in your community. That's when your grind becomes meaningful. That's when your hustle becomes legacy. We live in a world full of noise, fake success, rented cars, staged lifestyles, but truth cuts through all that authentic effort. Real results. And people need your truth. So don't keep your story to yourself. Don't hide your scars. Don't pretend it was easy. Let them see the fight. Let them feel your fire. Because somewhere out there, someone's one step from quitting. Until they hear you. You didn't come this far just to make money. You came to make a mark, to shift a mindset, to raise a standard, to awaken a sleeping giant in someone who's still stuck in the dark. This is legacy. This is leadership, and this is your real mission. This isn't just a story. It's not motivation for likes. This is a manifesto for the ones who refuse to settle, the ones who rise early, bleed quietly, and build something no one else can see. Until it's real. You're not here to survive. You're here to lead, to disrupt, to inspire, to shake the ground beneath your feet with every step you take. Enough with someday, enough with waiting for permission, approval, or the perfect time. The time is now. Your life is happening now, and every second you delay is a second wasted in mediocrity. You weren't built to fit in. You were built to redefine the standard. You weren't born to follow the script. You were born to write your own, and yes, it will hurt. Yes, you'll fail. Yes, you'll want to quit. But listen to me, pain is part of the contract. Greatness doesn't go on sale. It demands everything. So burn the plan. Cut off the exit routes. Bet on yourself like your life depends on it, because it does. Live loud. Train obsessed, lead boldly. Love without fear. And give so much that your name echoes long after you're gone. Because in the end, no one will remember the things you had. They'll remember the lives you touched, the hearts you lit on fire, the people who stood because you didn't fall. This is the life you were meant to live. A life on fire. A life of impact. A life that demands respect. So here's the question. Will you be remembered as someone who tried or someone who transformed everything they touched? Success is not luck. It is commitment, action, and pushing beyond your own limits. You don't wait for the right conditions to succeed. You succeed to create the right conditions. Drop "I'm all in" the comments. If this is your time, then go. Break limits, break patterns. Break through.